West Ham have been on terrific form since the start of the season and find themselves in 4th place after impressive wins over Liverpool, Everton and Tottenham. The Hammers look to continue this run of form, and many people are wondering if David Moyes could lead them into the Champions League. In today's video, we're going to take a look at what's behind West Ham's incredible start to the season. David Moyes has seen some ups and downs in his managerial career, and although he was seen as an excellent manager during his spell at Everton, his time at Man United was cut short due to a poor string of results. However, since joining the Hammers in 2017 and rejoining in 2019, Moyes has brought new life into the club, leading them into the Europa League last season and with a strong start to the current campaign. In fact, with all matches played in 2021, West Ham are 3rd only to Manchester City and Chelsea. So, to better understand how Moyes has got West Ham ticking, let's take a look at his preferred starting 11 and the main features of his playstyle. West Ham have played the vast majority of their games lined up in a 4-2-3-1. Fabianski in goal, with a back four of Cresswell, Ogbonna, Zuma and Kufau. Zuma has had an incredible start to his time with the club and has added much needed solidity at the back. The double pivot has been key for West Ham, and Rice and Soucek have started every match so far. The 3 attacking midfielders of Benrahma, Fornals and Bowen have also been excellent at supporting attacks and putting pressure on the opposition. Bowen leads the team with 4 assists, while Fornals has netted 4 goals so far. Finally, the lone striker Michail Antonio is in fantastic form, and already has an impressive 6 goals and 3 assists to his name. David Moyes likes flexibility in his formation, and will rotate his players when needed, often bringing on Lanzini and Yarmolenko, and his dynamic play often leads to fantastic results. It's a team that relies heavily on quick transitions and less on possession-based play. And with the strong and quick Antonio up front, the team doesn't waste time in moving the ball forward. On the attack, West Ham have been relatively balanced, slightly favouring the left flank with 40% of their attacks moving down this flank, and 36% from the right. West Ham have been deadly from counter-attacks this season, scoring 5 so far, the most in the league. Similarly, their set pieces are proving to be tough to stop, scoring 5, one less than Liverpool and Arsenal. West Ham are proving to be a tough team to stop. But what are the tactics behind this impressive run of form? Before we answer that question, I just want to take a moment to thank today's sponsor, OneFootball. OneFootball is hands down the best app for any updates in the football world. From transfers, statistics, goal scorers, assists, or any news, OneFootball will cover it. It's the best app to have while you're watching a game, as it gives you live statistical updates and commentary to help you better understand how the game is being played. OneFootball makes following your favourite team incredibly simple, and the best part about it is that it's completely free. So if you think it's something you might enjoy, click the link in the description down below to get started. Thank you to OneFootball. So, to truly understand what makes West Ham so dangerous going forward, it's important to understand how they defend. The Hammers are averaging approximately 49% possession per game, ranking them 12th in the league. And it highlights the way that Moyes expects his team to hold a relatively low defensive line. In fact, West Ham doesn't tend to engage high up the pitch, and are 3rd bottom for total presses, with only 16.8% of their total presses in the opposition's final third. But that doesn't tell the whole story, and what makes West Ham so difficult to play against is the shift in their playstyle depending on the opposition. By nature, Moyes has been recognised as a reactive tactician, shifting his team to best counter the opposition. For example, against Leeds United, his side had a passes per defensive action of 22.9, but against Brentford it was 8.3. The reason behind this was that against Leeds, Moyes wanted to avoid Bielsa's end-to-end football, and so chose a deep defensive block, while against Brentford it was a calculated response to their difficulty in building from the back line. This is a range of pressing that takes West Ham from the top 10% to the bottom 10% of the league. Nonetheless, in the majority of their fixtures, West Ham have opted for a more cautious approach to regaining possession. Their defensive shape is a 4-5-1, with Antonio being the only player who usually stays above the line of the ball, while the attacking mids of Bowen, Benrahma and Fornals will shuffle alongside the 2 holding mids. At times, Rice will look to drop off this line to form a 4-1-4-1, to stop any runs in behind the midfield, and to add more defensive support in the centre. This was a common movement against Liverpool, given the constant runs into the midfield from Jota acting as a false 9. This compact defensive block means that the opposition has little space to play through the middle, and will likely look to deliver balls into the box from out wide. However, West Ham have been excellent at preventing the opposition from moving into these areas. Their defensive line will remain narrow, meaning the opposition can have space on the flanks, However, the wingers will position themselves in a way that prevents the ball from going out wide, by shadow marking the opposition's fullback or winger on the flank, forcing play inside where Soucek and Rice can regain possession. This also means the wingers can stay slightly further up the pitch and can help hit teams on the counter. The main reasoning behind this low block is to keep a strong defensive shape, compress the space between the lines and draw the opposition forward, in turn creating the perfect environment for quick counterattacks. To ease this transition, West Ham usually uses the explosive forward runs of Declan Rice to move them up the pitch and get the forwards on the ball in dangerous areas. Rice currently tops the charts for carry distance in the Premier League, which is matched with an equally impressive passing range to pick out the players ahead of him. Benrahma and Bowen are also key during this phase and will immediately attack the channels to create passing lanes out of the defence and to get the ball forward as quickly as possible. Now, when building from the back, West Ham this season have changed the way they attack depending on the opposition that they're facing. For example, against high-pressing teams such as Liverpool, Fabianski would immediately go long to the attacking set of players. What's worth noting is the very high line that West Ham keeps on goal kicks, with the back four pushing up, squeezing the space and surrounding the ball with a lot of players, ensuring that they can win any loose balls. The goal kicks could look to go straight to Antonio, who can flick it on to the rapid Bowen or Benrahma, or lay it off to the creative Fornals, who has support from the double pivot in Rice and Soucek. However, against less aggressive teams, then West Ham can look to build from the back line. From here, the centre-backs will split to collect the ball from the goalkeeper. During build-up, we can immediately see the role of the double pivot in Soucek and Rice. While further up the pitch they tend to move on different lines, in the first phase Rice and Soucek tend to play close together and in line with the fullbacks. This forms a double triangle that gives the Hammers support on each flank, but also poses a difficult problem for the opposition, as if they look to close down both Rice and Soucek, then the centre-backs can immediately pick out the forwards with space to turn, as they can outnumber the holding midfielder. This is clearly visible when taking a look at West Ham's long passes this season. We can see how the majority of these long balls come from the back line and look to immediately feed the forwards into the channels. Essentially, during build-up, the team has a back six that outnumber the high press, with a front four that stretches the back line and looks to drop deep to collect the ball. Once the forwards are on the ball, then West Ham immediately look to play the ball in behind, either to Antonio or one of the two wingers cutting in behind the fullbacks or in the half space. West Ham rank 5th for passes into the final third, with these coming mostly from the centre-backs, Rice and Fornals. Further up in the final third, the double pivot will act as anchors on the edge of the box. While one may look to create an overload, the other will hold a central position and provide cover, and will rarely move into the box. Most of the defensive players act as support during the attack, and while Cresswell and Coufal do both attack regularly, they are mostly used as support for the wingers, and if delivering balls into the box, will usually do so from the edge of the box, only rarely overlapping and delivering outswinging crosses. With the team attacking from out wide, then the Hammers can easily pack the box with numbers. For example, when moving down the right flank, then Fornals, Benrahma and Antonio can attack the box, with Soucek and Rice being ready for any cutbacks. Or if there is little space, to rotate the ball out of pressure and to start the attack from the other flank, usually with Cresswell, who will have space to move into. Finally, what makes West Ham so dangerous in the final third is the amount of cover and pressure they apply if they lose possession. With West Ham on the full attack, it will often resemble a 3-2-5, and the 5 defensive players will immediately help squeeze the space when possession is lost. In fact, their possession won in the final third and shots from open play are up significantly from last season, showing this determination to quickly regain possession. West Ham have been one of the surprise packages of the season. Their quick counterattacks and strong defensive block have been a joy to watch, and have started to get the fans dreaming of what lies ahead. A loss to Wolves in their last game out may have slowed them down slightly, but with the Hammers currently sitting in 4th place, they continue to challenge for a spot in the Champions League, and look like one of the toughest teams to break down in the league. And now, let me know what you think. What do you make of West Ham's run so far, and where do you think they'll finish the current season? Let me know in the comments down below, along with any suggestions for future videos. And if you enjoyed this content, please leave a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. If you want to help support the channel and you want access to all resources, content and scripts that I use to make my videos, then consider following me on Patreon. All subscribers will get exclusive access to Discord benefits and will get to help out in the video making process, along with ideas and suggestions for any content that you want to see. If you think it's something you might enjoy and you want to help support the channel, then check out the link in the description down below. Bye for now.